Meanwhile, the Norwegian Refugee Council has organized a policy dialogue on unpacking employment laws and procedures for refugees in Uganda. The dialogue brought together different stakeholders from government, agencies and related refugee settlements to forge a way forward on the employment rights, limitations and opportunities of refugees in Uganda.
Uganda hosts over 1.5 million refugees and asylum seekers, mainly from South Sudan, Democratic Republic of Congo and Burundi. Over 80% of the refugees are hosted in 13 districts in the north, southwestern region and in Kampala, where they coexist with communities that host them. With prospects for dignity and self-reliancy, the Norwegian Refugee Council organized a policy dialogue on unpacking employment laws and procedures for refugees in Uganda.
And the idea is to make sure that we understand better what are the requirements, and then we can disseminate that together with the Employment and Livelihood Refugee Response Plan, which of course was launched earlier this year. But it's also a time which is very difficult with high inflation, but also we are looking at making sure that refugees and also other urban Ugandans are able to sustain themselves better during these difficult times.
Sensitization of both refugees and also the government service providers. The refugees need to understand that the documents that they have for their identification will not earn them shortcuts, but also government, we need to understand that the documentations that they have been obtained in a certain context.
Job searches for young refugees, those that are in the cities, the employment creation, especially by the private sector. We're looking at skilling as one of the key components that should be promoted. And in this case, we're looking at vocational training. We know that NRC and other partners are already providing skilling, but also looking at it should be provided with certification.
The stakeholders meeting aims at leveraging the forum for information, sharing on barriers faced by displaced persons in pursuit of accessing registration of business and acquisition of necessary documents.
We are asking if things would be easy for us also to be able to get employment.
There's a challenge in the documentations. The documents they asked from us to produce, especially the IDs. We realized that there are some departments that doesn't recognize the refugee ID. They will need an additional document to back it up. But as a refugee, you only have the refugee ID card.
Norwegian Refugee Council is an international humanitarian and non-government organization that protects the rights of people affected by displacement and has operations in Kampala, southwestern Uganda and West Nile. Zahara Abigawa, UBC News.